Welcome to SWEETPEA ASMR, and thank you for returning. Today we're going to speak about tips for ASM artists. So if you've ever thought about becoming an ASM artist, there is actually, I feel as though, a technique with every aspect of this category, which is amazing. So if you're interested in these tips, stay tuned, get relaxed, listen, take a few notes, and enjoy, and always replay it if you have to return back to it. So if you're ready, let's get started. Now there are some tips, mostly for video and audio ASM artists, but they may also be helpful to other ASM artists. Now, if you've decided on creating sounds without talking, well, that is amazing. But I'm really focusing on the people that are going to be speaking, whether it be soft-spokenly or whispering, or just using their normal voice and talking. Now, if you're looking for tips specifically triggering people with your ASMR talent or skill, then focus on that. So if you have lots of different props that you can use to create sound that helps many, and they love for you to do that, then I would suggest that you focus on that type of ASMR. You have many artists that never speak, and all that you do when you tune into their videos, you're just listening to the sounds provided to give you the stimulation for relaxation, to sleep, or just being calm. I just feel as though it's an amazing category. The style and the craft of the video or audio that ASMR artist utilizes, I feel as though once you do your research, you will be able to determine what works best for you. And for me, I knew a long time ago that speaking would probably work best for me and just incorporate other types of sounds. But I'm primarily focusing on soft-spoken speaking. And there is a trick to it, okay? Because every artist has their own way of creating that sound that captures their audience's attention and keeps them there. Whether it's the way they speak or talk, or the way that they whisper or move their hands, creating sounds, or even gazing into the camera, into your soul. And they may also utilize to create these triggers to give you a sense of calmness, or sometimes hair may stand up on your arm when you're hearing various sounds, and it could very well be the microphone that they use that could give you that trigger. Or if you're visually looking at it, the video camera, or the editing software and more. And truly, I have to say, creating ASMR triggers is a true art that involves a complex mix of natural ability, developed skills, personal techniques, and equipment. There is not one single secret to it, but when you find what equipments and tricks and tips that works for you in your channel, stick with it and watch your channel grow. And just keep working at it. Now, here's some more tips for video, audio, ASMR artist. Okay? Don't plan on creating content that will give everyone ASMR, because everyone that might watch your video may not receive a trigger. They may not receive a tingle. And it's okay, because you may have someone that listen to you scratching your microphone that gives them those ultimate triggers or sensation, and someone else that may listen to soft-spoken speaking and it may or may not, and it's okay. Your people will find you. And it's kind of like food. One food may work for you and it may not for me, and that's just the way it goes. But this is the area that I really want to get into, which is tips on using your voice. And I think you can utilize this just about any and everywhere, depending on your situation. Now, I know that I have a channel based on soft spoken speaking. Therefore, I've already got to train my mind to become as I'm speaking, so I don't sound threatening or aggressive. It's important that I sound inviting to make someone feel comfortable and relax. So I focus on the speed when I'm talking, my volume, especially the tone and the emotions that I'm feeling as I am speaking. Because depending on all of those variables, it will come across either they're going to get a trigger or they're not. So there is a lot involved there. You just want your voice to be opposite of angry. It's the best way I could put it. For people that are wanting to speak soft-spokenly, whether for ASMR or just for times when they're trying to speak to others or calm other people down, you just want to sound not angry, again, as I said, because angry voices put others on alert. And this is the flip side of being relaxed. Remember that. The emotions of angry voices are very aggressive and negative, and we don't want that in your voice, in your tone, in your emotion, and in the way that you speak, your speed. Everything has to flow like fluid. So just keep your voice very gentle and positive. I'm going to say that again. Keep your voice gentle and positive. Now, do you see the difference when I'm saying it in a different tone? This tone will be very direct and sharp. Keep your voice gentle and positive. There's a difference there. The tone of an angry or an upset voice is extremely threatening. Keep the tone of your voice very caring and sympathetic and or empathetic. Okay? And let's speak about volume. You want to keep your volume at a comfortable sound to the ear, almost soothing, which means it can't be loud at all. As anger increases, so does the volume of your voice, with the angriest voices usually being the loudest, and we know this. So keep it at a happy volume. And this might explain why the quietest voices, the whispers, may be the most associated with ASMR. And it may also be why soft voices and normal volume voices can also trigger ASMR, because the alert response is mostly triggered by high volumes and not usually triggered by low or normal sounds. So let's get into the speed in the way we talk if we're going to do soft-spoken ASMR, or just keeping others calm. Okay, the speed. Now, just remember the speed of an angry voice. It can also be slow, normal, or fast. A specific vocal speed does not seem to be inherent to stimulating an alert response. I guess this explains why ASMR can be stimulated by voices with different speeds, and they will also get the tingling sensation. Some artists talk slowly, like I do on this channel, which conveys a calm disposition that may be relaxing to the listener. When coupled with the correct emotion, tone, and volume. You understand now how it all works hand in hand? You can have a beautiful voice, but if your tone, your speed, and your speech is not all flowing together like fluid, it's going to come across harsh. You have some ASM artists that talk quickly, which conveys enthusiasm, and it might be relaxing for some, but it has to be coupled with the correct emotion, tone, and volume, meaning I can be overjoyed and so happy and saying, "How are you? I'm going to be right here when you return," but you hear the happiness, versus like if I'm saying relaxing to the listener, I'm more calm. So the emotion and the tone, which stimulates ASMR, have a very strict criteria. The volume can be low or normal, and the speed may have the greatest flexibility there. So there truly is an art to this category, because we are providing a service for so many that may suffer from anxiety or depression or sadness or sleep deprivation or just wanting to be calm. So if they can hear sounds, soft-spoken speaking, that can get them at a place of relaxation, I'm so happy that you have found my channel. So there's always sounds that fall into two categories: natural and methodical. Natural sounds imitate the natural vagaries of real sounds. Some of these sounds might be random or unsteady or complex, layered in a way that best stimulates a haircut, the actual sounds of opening a package. People get a lot of triggers from hearing that. And methodical sounds get the soothing ability from their predictability. And these sounds are normally steady and slow, and they're non-layered. A slow and steady tapping or crinkling sounds can be very effective at relaxing someone's mind. So similar to soft-speaking voices, sounds should not be too loud or abrupt, and because it's a strong trigger for an alert response. Now, if you decide that you want to use soft voices and soft sounds, here's some tips on that. Okay, the challenge is when recording a whisper or soft voice, that is not a challenge when recording someone singing or talking. The softer the voice or sound you are recording, the more likely your listener will hear background noises, ambient noises. The challenge is to get your soft voice, whisper voice, or your quiet sounding to be significantly above the other sounds. When you are recording, you don't want noise. Okay, so make sure when you are speaking in the microphone that you move your mouth closer to the microphone. Alright? Direct your voice sound directly towards the diaphragm of the microphone. And just be mindful of any outside noises as you're speaking. And then just have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. I hope that these tips will benefit you into becoming an ASM artist, and preferably speaking or whispering. And just have fun with it. And just think outside the box. ASMR has so much potential and so many new things that can be done with it. And talk to your audience. Let them and ask them what is it that you would like more, that you would love to see more from the channel. And just enjoy doing it. And thanks so much. If you're still with me 16 minutes later, I hope that some of these tips have certainly assisted you in understanding a little bit more about how your speed, your tone, your volume, and your pitch is extremely vital when speaking soft-spokenly with ASMR. And thanks so much for listening. And I hope to see you again really soon. Thanks again. And please remember to subscribe, like, and subscribe again to the channel. And I love you. And remember to rest into peace. Bye-bye, everybody.